Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of the Wakeboarding Unleashed Let's Play on Couches and Cables, where today we're heading into Belize. It's gonna be a bit of an interesting situation here because if I recall correctly, there's not so many gaps here. I know that for a fact, but I remember some things here being a bit difficult, so we'll just see what happens here. But anyway, we're gonna start off getting some parents. Got one, now get four more. I really want to try to get this. So let's see here. Got one. There we go, that's the jump I was trying to make. Yeah, good enough. Okay. I was gonna like go over there too, but can't wish for too much, can we now, I guess. So that's fine. Alright. There we go. Hello, Miss Thistle. Cat is right here. All right, ready to get a bunch of gaps here? There we go. Look at that. 2 big airs and a huge air. And that should be a gap too. High Flatunin. Nice. Rookie score already done. Oh, and max out the groove. Nice. Cool. Cool. Whoa, what the? That was weird. All right. Quick transfer. Yes, I believe there's also going to be a something up here if I can make this. I'm not going super fast. Yes, sacred statue. Nice. Good enough. Okay. All right, you ready to see something crazy, guys? This is probably one of the most crazy areas in the game. Here we go. Look at that. Secrets of the jungle. And that was, you know, that was death right there, but that's okay because it was a very interesting area. So it was worth it. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. That area. All right, whatever. So yeah, this area is kind of like a thin little loop. You just kind of go back and forth through the area. It's honestly, now that I think about it, this is probably the smallest area in the game, just in terms of like actual content. Come on, I really want that last one. I did. Nice. Play once a wakeboard complete. All right. Cool. So now we can just focus on the rest of the stuff here. We need insane score, single combo, manual king. All of those sound very doable. It's just going to be a matter of doing them. All right, let's go this way. Island smackdown. If I actually make this, this should be a gap over here. I did not make it, but I got single combo. So single combo's nice. Big air. Hello, big air. Nice to meet you. All right. That again, I guess. So where are we on Manual King? Not good. All right, let's try to get that, and then we're just looking out for insane score. What is that going to be? 500,000? Yeah. All right. I think this is a gap over here. Temple gap. Okay. Man, our groove is definitely maxed here. So what we just need Manual King right now. That's it. And then gaps. It's going to be afterwards. There's a gap for riding this whole thing over here, by the way. But it's a little difficult to do. There's one specific part that, which I might have barely done it, but yep, I did. Sliding in the dark. Nice. That's kind of a hard one to do there. Because of that little jump there, I actually got it almost first try. So I'm pretty happy about that. Okay, we're running out of juice. All right. This gap for over here, by the way, if I remember correctly. Well, if there was, I didn't get it. There's definitely one for here. Rusty. All right. Can we get Manual King taken care of? Let's try to do that. There's also one for these boats too. And what I mean by this is riding on these boats, manualing in between them, and having to just kind of go across. This is one of the weirdest gaps in the game. I missed it last second, so that kind of sucks. But we will get Manual King here, so that's good. So yeah, there we go. Good on objectives. A few gaps that I would like to get, but that's okay. debating if I should even try to get some more gaps right now, or if I should just call it here. And I think I'm just gonna call it here. We got the objectives done. We'll return to we'll return to the whole thing there. So there we go. We'll do gaps at the end, plus some of the gaps we might actually get in challenge mode. So let's see here. Speaking of which, starting off with tricky gap. We did already do this though, but this is just heel press across the steps. Finally gonna be a tricky gap that's not so annoying, because this one is literally just a matter of board sliding that. And as long as you heel press, you're good. So finally a not so terrible tricky gap. All right, I'm good with that. Let's count to 5 now. Oh, it's this thing right here. We did with the parrots earlier. I went totally over that one. Let's not do that. There we go. All right. And that'll do it. Nice. Count to 5 complete. Miss Thistle, would you like to say something to the viewers? Hi. No. I don't know if you heard her like gripping, but she was like, no, I do not want to. I wish to sit here in silence. Okay, so hit all 3 targets. All right, we got target practice here. Classic target practice. Sounds like fun. Okay. There's the first one. That one's pretty easy. Okay. And then this one just right over here. Nice. Stepping on the parrots. Okay. I think this one is all the way beyond this whole thing right here, so let's get some speed. There we go. Perfect. All right, target practice complete. This is a pretty easy one, which I like to see. I'm an enjoyer of that. I'm not an enjoyer of video shoot, though. I'll say that much. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. We will manage. Alright, that should do it, right? Yes. Nice. I just used the wake there. So there you go, guys. I can do it. I don't have to rely on board sliding and grinding and all that shit. Alright, count to 10. So this one's, you know, an extension of count to 5. Alright. Okay, I was like, really? Come on, give me that hitbox. What? How'd that even happen? Okay. Yeah, that's weird. It's not supposed to be, like, breaking up that easily, but whatever. Alright. Now, if I can actually make it this time, this is a gap, too. Yes. Super fine triple slide. Ow. And then I also bonked myself in the head. But I got a stat point. Alright. Currently, one of my cats is playing with the cable for recording, which is not very good. Can you stop doing that, Umbreon? Whatever. She's being kooky. Alright, let's do this here. Nose. Got board slide. There we go. Crypt. That's not a crypt. I love tilting. Alright. 50-50 right there. Mat. Nice. Dum-dum. That was a double front roll. Good enough. Chromobe, actually, was what it was. I think that might have been because it's a special trick. I'm not actually sure. Scarecrow. And then... No, that was the wrong manual. Come on. There we go. And then... That's the wrong thing. Ugh, all these tilts. I don't like it. Nice. Okay, that'll do it. Endurance complete. Goody. Okay. Alright, board slide the palms. Okay, I remember this one. This one's interesting. It's basically, it's like a tricky gap. I'm pretty sure this is a gap that exists as well. So it's interesting. I guess, like, you know, they made, like, 2 tricky gap challenges for this game, or for this area. And they're like, oh, frick, we can't call them both tricky gap. So we gotta call one of them something unique. What's kind of funny about that, actually, is, you know, how, remember the Delta, there was second count to 10, so it's like, where's the rules? Could have been second tricky gap. Guess they didn't want to do it here. All right, let's jump at the right time. There we go. You kind of lose all of your speed right there, so it's a little tricky to come back. There's a very weird gap here, and you heard that like little sound effect, right? That was a real gap, so it's a very weird one. But I'm glad the game kind of works you through that, because I wouldn't really think to get that otherwise. All right, star search. Here we go. Find 40 stars before time runs out. Nice. So you know what? I kind of wish, like, you know how, like, this is a random topic. Not super random, but has to do with the game, of course. I wish that, like, for, like, the whole gap key thing, like when you're previewing a gap to try to learn how to get it, I really wish it kind of showed you those little dots, like what it does. Oh, that's poo-poo. Like where you're supposed to grind in order to get a gap, because the like the inconspicuous like dots, or like the inconspicuous just camera angle, like hovering over where you need to go. Like I still don't know what some gaps are. Like I still have some gaps in this game, like especially you've seen in like the bayou area. There's multiple gaps where I'm just like, oh, I definitely missed some of those. Frick. There's multiple gaps where I'm just like, I literally just try whatever and eventually get it, and I don't even know what I did. So like, I don't know. Those little dots would be very helpful. I mean, obviously, you know, it's a lot of effort to put into doing that, that I guess the game creators didn't want to put into. This is their side project while working on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, or I probably like Underground or something at this point. Like, I don't know. I don't know what Tony Hawk's game was coming out at the time of this, but something, I'm sure, because this was Activision. Nice. Collectible Master. The clipping camera angle, love to see it. Perfect. Alrighty. So, oh, that was it. Wow. All right. We're already done. But do not fear. The bulk of this episode is here. We're going to have to now get the rest of these gaps. So, and a lot of these are not fun, you know, as you can tell by Jungle Fun. So, speaking of, like, what the fuck, a lot of these are literally just what the fuck. Like these jungle funds, like what? Like I'm assuming, okay, go on top of that branch or something. Like, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what this is. Some sort of branch. 3 of Glee. Yeah, this was that gap I was trying to do with that. And then Tree Hugger. This is so bad. This whole angle right here is so bad because the gap that you actually need to do has nothing to do with that like tree branch or anything. I will explain once we get there. It is the like worst designed gap in the game, I swear. Actually, that's not true. There's one gap that's literally broken, so I'll explain what that is too. So anyway, I'm assuming that I'm trying to get that first one, or the one that's with these branches. I'm pretty sure it definitely has to do with going up here. Is it like landing on this branch? Yeah, it is. Neat and swift slide. Okay, cool. I'd actually genuinely don't remember that. Cool, that works. All right, so we'll do that. I want to end the run now, or just restart, I guess, because I want to get that 3 of Glee done too, which has to do with these boats. This is that thing I was trying to do. I'll set a restart even. Nice. So I can try to get this done. I don't think I need a manual at first, but I did it anyway. Okay, so I'm not sure if board sliding aside of these boats works. I think it has to be the tips, but we'll see. We'll find out. Oh my god, that's the same exact thing that happened last time. Okay. This is a bizarre gap. This area, just in general, has bizarre gaps, in my opinion. Oh, that's annoying. Because, yeah. It needs to be in one combo. dude, that keeps happening. So annoying. Yeah, this one's not an easy one to pull off, for sure. Okay. It's fine. Oh my god, dude, what this last one, I'm not gripping on. It's annoying. Yeah, I told you, the bulk of the episode is going to be here. The gaps. Okay, that was something. Yeah, it really... see, that's what's happening, is after that second boat, I'm, like, really veering to the right, which is not at all what I want. I think it has to do with the wake here. Yeah, see, look at that. Look at that shit. Jesus. Okay. Well, this is annoying. Okay. Good thing that, you know, a lot of time to do this. These challenges were easy. Finally, there we go. 3 of Glee. Okay, that's done. So that's good. The rest of these are just the jungle fun shit. Yeah, the rest of these are the jungle fun stuff. So I'll be back when I get there. All right, so for a lot of these gaps, we're gonna want to start pretty significantly far back here. Even further back, like right here. Because I think a lot of these have to do with like landing on this whole rail system up here, and then just going off in like random paths. So like, actually probably, well, that's Jungle Fun. That was the first one, but I was gonna say some of them have to do with up there. So I'm actually okay. At this point, I'm gonna set a restore point a little bit sooner. Yeah, actually, I could start right there too, but I'm gonna set a restore point like right here, and this might regret this. So, Tree Hugger, by the way, has to do with this right here. It's so unclear, like so incredibly unclear. I believe it's this. Yes, Tree Hugger right there. That, when I first played through this game on recording, that took me like 2 hours to figure out because of how terrible the camera angle is in this game. So now the 2 of the other gaps, yeah, I think I set a restore point way too soon because I want to be over there, which involves getting that whole restore point. I could try to see if I could like slingshot my way over there. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little curvy of a path to make. But I don't know. Maybe I could get the momentum. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I need to be further back. Unless I could... I'm really trying to not do that, but yeah, no, this isn't gonna work. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to do that. So I'll be right back. Okay, set my restore point a little bit closer. So now we can head up here, and this should be able to get us what we need there. Because we have to hit that path switch, and then it involves just... man, I didn't get that. It involves going up that little slope right there. Now, you might be able to... What the fuck? I don't even know if that counted, so I'm going to get it again. There we go. Yeah. So we want to definitely be over here. There we go. Man, it doesn't... that's annoying. It doesn't want to, like, clip on at the end there. So I have to kind of trial and error this just a little bit here. Just to figure out, like, probably want to, like, there we go. I'm assuming, oh, wow, yeah. No, it definitely, okay, then it's gonna have to be a jump. It's gonna have to be, like, a double jump or something at the right angle. I mean, I've done this before. I do remember these being a little annoying, to be honest. Yeah, it's hard to, like, predict. Okay, let's try this differently. I might be overthinking this, and it might not actually be that area. It might be just stay on this path and then, like, jump at the right angle. Like, it could be like this. That's Jungle Fun. Oh, this is definitely, oh yeah, this is definitely something. That's Return of Jungle Fun. Okay. So, which one do we need now? This is totally not going to tell me. Tad more Jungle Fun. Okay. I think I understand potentially what angle that is. but we'll just have to see. I think this is what I was trying to do before. Okay, so... yeah, no, I definitely have to get on that tall branch. 100%. Because this first part here is not cutting it. I actually went faster than the boat there. What the heck? And why am I surprised? That's not the first time that's happened at all. Okay. So, like, up here, and then, man, it's so twisty that, like, it's hard to balance on this thing and understand what's happening. Okay. Bruh. I know what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, I actually don't, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I know what I'm supposed to do. It's just not doing. Okay. It's an annoying jump to make, actually. But I think once I get it, it won't be so bad. Okay, yeah, it's hard because I'm trying. There's a right angle that this needs to be jumped at. And it's like, if I jump too early, I hit that tree on the side. Yeah, that would have been perfect if I had balance. This is actually kind of annoying, believe it or not. I guess it's probably not super hard to believe. But I'm trying to do it on camera before, like, completely cutting away, because it's just one of those things. Bruh, man. It's okay, wait, hold on. I'm just gonna try this. That's it. That'll do it. All right. That may be easier than what I was trying to do, but that's one approach. One approach to getting that, viewers. So just so you know. All right. Well, there we go. 100% once again. That one was not so bad. I think just that tree hugger one is the gap, like what it tells you is just so inaccurate. It's crazy. So, you know, I'm assuming that, like, that was, like, their intention was a different gap, or, like, the camera they were trying to change it or something. I don't know. I'm sure there was some sort of communication, like something going on there between the developers where that happened. But other than that, it's not so bad to finish off the gaps there. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you guys for, let's see here, for Venice.